What's up, everyone? If you have seen this channel before, you knew I boxing reviews on random boxing stuff twice a week, and I wouldn't post again. Haven't posted in like 3 years, but I got these pair of boxing shoes that I really want to review. My friend Sid was nice enough to let me use his studio, his mic, his camera, his everything, so I really appreciate that out of him. Go check out his channel, it's linked in the description. He does all sorts of stuff, but today I got a special review for you. I got Nike's HyperKO 2s. In the blue colorway. I've been wanting a pair of boxing shoes because since I bought these Adidas pair of boxing shoes, they ripped up real cheap, not fun at all. They were good while they lasted, but they just ripped up and the sole started separating from the rubber part on the bottom, and like my foot edge would kind of hit the ground and just, it's super uncomfortable. So I went back to sneakers. Then when I got my sneakers uncomfortable, I went to socks, and then I just was like, I need a pair of boxers. So I was looking up boxing shoes and I came across Nike's HyperKO 2s, 4 different colors plus 1 special edition color. I got the blue. The black didn't look blackish. The red was just not in my size, so I didn't get that. And then they had a gray color, which was cool, but I just wanted something that popped a little more, so I thought blue was the best colorway for me. Let's open them up. I already opened them up. I already tested them, spoiler alert. So if you like unboxing videos, then sorry. Shoes right here, 1, 2. I don't know if you ever watched an unboxing before. You get these in the shoe, you get paper, and you get a big ass Nike box. Now, before I go review these, I want to let you know Nike does not sell these on their website. I don't know the reason. If you do, you can leave a comment below and let me know, but Nike does not sell boxing shoes on their website. Unsure why, but every boxing retail website has boxing shoes on it. So I think Nike ships them to them, but they don't sell them on their website because maybe they don't get enough sales. It's not a big enough thing like a running shoe perhaps. Here's our boxing shoes. Nike's HyperKOs. Overall impression, just looking at them. They definitely look like a boxer shoe. They don't look like a sneaker, and they definitely got that new shoe smell. I only used them once, so that new shoe smell is still there. So let's break this shoe down. Starting from the top. When you put the shoe on, since it's long, it's sometimes hard to get on your foot. So you got a pull strap here, you got a pull strap right here. Put both fingers in, you can slide it right up. It feels like it's gonna rip. It's not. Super stretchy material. Going down, right here, we got our laces. Our laces are guided by these 2 guide straps on each side, so they're always on top for you. And then your laces go all the way down. What I like about Nike's lacing system is that there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a total of 12 guide tabs, 6 on each side. So it really provides tightness from your lower, just above your toes, all the way up past your ankle. So it's very tight. Sometimes it's hard to tighten it down here. If you don't tighten it good enough while you're boxing, while you're stepping, these will tend to flare out. It really doesn't mean anything, but that just means you gotta tighten the laces a little bit more if you don't like that. It won't affect you that much. Boxing shoes are meant to be tight on your foot. You don't want your ankle rolled. Just like a football cleat is up high and it's thick, you don't want to roll your foot. So it's gonna be tight on your foot. So get that through your head. These aren't meant to be some loose shoe. Next up, we have Nike's stretch material. They're fly knit stretch material. Classic thing you see with Nike. Super, super comfortable. You stretch it, it's this nice fabric that feels like it's not gonna rip. Very, very breathable, and it runs down the entire shoe and then transitions into a hard material that covers the top of your toe. You get some more of that fly knit material right here, and you get some more of that fly knit material in right here. It's basically a sock that surrounds your ankle, goes all the way down, then transition into this hard piece. Now, on top of that sock part, you got these ankle thickening, basically make your ankle thicker. It's like a brace almost. It locks your ankle in to the back of the shoe. So you can see right here and right here, it comes up, and that's what these strap guides are connected to. They're connected to this ankle brace. So it literally, when you pull the shoe strings tight, it makes your ankle like a brace. Tight, you're not gonna roll your foot, you're not gonna break your foot like this guy. And it's gonna provide a lot more comfort. On the bottom here, we have Nike's rubber starting. This is what's gonna be in contact with the boxing mat, with the concrete, whatever you're training on. Hopefully it's a boxing mat. Same rubber as any other shoe. It's thick, very, very, very flat. Boxing, you want your foot to almost feel connected with the ground, so a nice flat shoe like this is gonna be best. It curves up just a little bit because your toes, so when your toe goes in, it bends down, but it curves up just a little bit, but the main part of it is flat. This will definitely last you. You go boxing 5 times a week, if you go hardcore like that, you're definitely gonna get 6 months, 7 months out of them. From what other reviewers say, I've not worn them for that long. If you go boxing twice a week, whatever, occasionally, you're gonna get a lot more time out of them. Now, going back to the sole right here. As you can see, there is this circle in the middle. Now, if you're an actual boxer, you know what this circle is for. When you're boxing, you're always on your toes. And when you throw punches, your feet move with your hands. When you throw your lead hook, your foot might pivot just a little bit, just like that. It might be on your toe and it pivots just a little bit. That's also why there's this bend there, because you're gonna be on your toes a lot. That's what this circle's for. this is where you're spinning. On the ball of your foot, you're spinning right here. So they got a flat part with a couple circles around it. You spin like that. It's on both feet, so if you're southpaw, orthodox, whatever you are, spin on both sides. For the heel, you got a nice, thick part of rubber. It's not as thick as up here, or it's way thicker than up here. It's super thick in the back, so you know you're not gonna break your heel. I definitely didn't feel my heel coming through like the Adidas shoe. Straight out of the box, I felt the Adidas shoe, my heel going right through their leather material. They use real leather, but I felt it right away. This feels like my foot is locked in, which you want in boxing. They look super good in the gym. I'm not gonna lie, they look like boxing shoes. You can go to boxing if you prefer. Some people like Sperry's, some people just like a running shoe, some people like in socks. If you're looking for style, these look like boxing shoes. These are nice. You got your Nike swoosh going down the middle. If you don't care for looks, skip this part. You got your Nike swoosh going down the middle. Going down the strap part, it says Nike Boxing with 2 slash marks over and over and over again. Cool little effect that Nike did, kudos to them. Now, where your foot slides in, like I said, is super snug around your leg. Your flat part of your foot sits super flat. You got a pad in there. I don't even want to take mine out because it's hard to put back in and get right. Once you break the shoe in, your pad's most likely gonna sit there. I know some boxers like to put their own pad in their shoe from previous shoes because it helps with better foot placement or whatever. You could do that, but Nike makes a good pad themselves. I'm talking like Dr. Soul's, I forget what it is. That thing in Walmart you see that always has the dirty footprints on it. That's what I'm talking about. I give these shoes looks a 9 out of 10. I didn't give them a 10 out of 10 just because I feel weird saying 10 out of 10. Now, I wore these in the boxing gym, 1 session, 16 rounds. Nothing bad to say about them. Obviously, they're new shoes, so they need to break in. When you put them on, there's 2 things you might feel after I watched other reviews and I felt to myself. Because they're not broken in, there's this thick rubber part that overlaps the edges of your foot. So your foot don't slide out like it does in the Adidas shoe. Right? Overlaps it. You might feel that when you're stepping side to side, you might feel your foot jam into it. You're gonna get used to it. Doesn't mean the shoes are too tight, but that's something you might feel. You also might feel it on this side because it overlaps the other side of your foot. Like I said, you should be fine. I am 10 and a half, so I got a 10 and a half. The 10 and a half felt just a little too small, but I stuck through it. I put them on in the gym, felt fine. You really couldn't tell. Now, this is the secret sauce I'm about to give you. If you are a boxer, there is one thing that no one does, very few, that will set you apart. My friend recommended it, so I'm gonna give you that sauce. When you wear socks with boxing shoes, obviously you want them to go past the top here. That's so you don't get any scrape marks, no burns, no rashes. Normally, people are gonna get a Nike sock and put it on and it will be fine. Great sock, I'm not gonna lie, I have Nike socks. I wear them all the time with sneakers. Easy to get, whatever. Grip socks are going to be your best friend boxing. Grip socks. I've had 7 different pairs of grip socks. And the best pair I have right here is this one. Beautiful, beautiful design. Before we even get into it, a grip sock, if you don't know, is just a very, very nice sock. It's gonna be tight to your foot. Think of hospital socks so old ladies don't fall and break their ass. There's grip on the bottom and designs. So when you come in contact with a surface, instead of slipping on cotton and concrete, you're gonna slip a little bit because there's not as much friction. That grip actually holds you in place. Now this grip is gonna be the inside of your shoe. So basically what is happening, if this is the ground, the sole of your shoe, that grip is gonna come on here and stop your foot from sliding. So your foot is gonna be like concreted into the shoe, which is what you want with a shoe. You want your foot to be one with the shoe. You don't want your foot to be sliding like this in your shoe. It's gonna cause more injuries over time and a loss of performance. Grip socks, soccer athletes started using them because of how much they cut and turn. Football athletes started using them. There's many sports that can use them. This company offers them to everyone. On the back, it says never give up, which is why I really like this brand, because when you put this on, it shows through the top of the boot here. It says never give up. I will never give up. I hope you never give up. And you won't give up if you have grip socks. That's the sauce. This is the difference. On the bottom, you have this nice pattern that is specifically designed so the arrows stop you from moving in any direction. This little base here, where the arrows all point in, is where you get a lot of contact point. So there's a little more grip there. And then you get these grips on this edge here that rise up the sock that go around your heel, so your heel is a little more locked into the sides of the boots, not only the bottom. When you're getting these socks and you put them on for the first time, after you wash them and dry them and put them on again, they're going to be tight. These socks are meant to be tight. They're not meant to be loose like a Nike sock. If you have a loose sock, sometimes, not all the time, you might not have a problem with it, but a lot of people do, the sock slides down your ankle and goes all the way down into the boot, and it just becomes annoying because this part is cutting your upper leg and then it's bulky in the middle and it feels weird. It's not a problem you want to be dealing with when you're fighting. These socks lock onto your ankle. They're tight. It's hard to put them on. Get that in your head. It's hard to put the socks on. So you put them on, pull them up your leg. It's gonna feel super compressed. You want that as a boxer. It feels like your foot is locked in. It feels like your foot, your shoe is part of your body when you're moving. You don't want to be thinking about your boots. You don't want your boots to feel heavy when you're boxing. You want them to feel super light. That's what's nice about these. Honestly, the Adidas shoes are lighter than them, but they're still super light for how much of a shoe you get here. So I respect them for that. Plus these, I mean, it's a 10.5, so obviously you're gonna feel a little heavier. I had the Adidas shoes, I was like probably like an 8, so a very good shoe. Now, I don't want you just to take my word for it. I have not been boxing a long time, I'm sure you guys can tell, but I've boxed enough where I feel like I'm comfortable talking about shoes and can give advice. So I want you to take from my coach. My coach has never worn these shoes, but he's been in the game long enough, Ray, where he knows what to look for in a shoe. So he's gonna give his opinion on them here.
It's 10.5.
Yeah, it's my size.
By looking at, what can you tell me about boxing shoes, though?
Well, you know, these Nike boxing shoes, it's a new model that just came out, I guess. They're very impressive. I like the bottom. I like the spin off right here. See, that's for rotation. You know, so you get your pivot on your foot. It's got grip on it here. The material is very light and it's heavy duty, though. It's really nice. It breathes, you know.
What is something to look for, like, in a boxing shoe when you're looking for one?
It's got to be snug.
Snug?
Yeah, you don't want it loose, otherwise your feet will slip and slide. You don't want it too tight, then you get problems with your feet. It's got to have a good ankle support, which this has, and it's got the strap around. That's even better for higher ankles, see?
Yeah.
It's got a stretch here. I like that. It's almost like a sock.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just, I guess, you know, you got to wear them, of course, to see how they feel, but I would recommend this shoe. It's a nice looking shoe. You know, I would have it in black because we wear black and gold, of course.
Yeah, good sales boxing. Come check out the gym.
You guys want these grip socks, they are linked in the description below. Like I said, they're beautiful, beautiful socks. They have this pattern that goes up. They can be used for any sport. Beautiful gift. They are expensive because I'm pretty sure they cost a lot to manufacture, but definitely check them out. They ship fast, great company. If you need a return, they return. It's a one size fits all. Besides, my one friend had them and he had like a size 13 foot and they were a little tight on them, especially because they're meant to be tight. So that's one thing to keep in mind. If you're like an 11, you can pull it off. Like I said, when you dry them, they get tight. Don't think there's a problem. That's how they work. They're supposed to be tight on your feet. I have worn this sock for probably 130 gym sessions. Not a rip. The only thing that's bad about it is it gets a little dirty down here, like literally any other sock. So that's the only error I found. You know, super, super good material. Feels like it's breathable, even though it's tight. Go check them out. Amato socks. Now, would I recommend getting you these shoes for the price? They're $180. Like I said, they don't sell them on the Nike website. They sell them on other websites. I'll link it below where I got mine. Like Dick's has them. 5 different colorways. And would I recommend getting them? If you have the money, get them. If you're debating on a shoe, get them. Most boxing shoes are going to kind of feel the same. These are my favorite ones. All the good boxers in my gym who are way better than me wear these. They recently just got them and they really like them. Now, if you don't have the money and you're needing a pair of boxing shoes, and you can't feed your daughter because you're gonna buy these pair of boxing shoes, don't get them. But if you're gonna live on, if you're a 19-year-old kid like me, you got a job, it's a lot of money, just get the shoes. Be happy and get the shoes. At the end of the day, you wanna be comfortable in boxing. You don't wanna play around, you don't wanna get hurt, you don't wanna slip, you don't wanna keep wearing socks. Just make the investment, you're gonna get the money back. Okay? Don't be scared to invest in yourself. You can't be scared to put money into yourself. If you go out and spend money at Chipotle, this, that, and it adds up and you don't realize it, just buy yourself the shoes. Have some discipline, buy yourself the shoes, work hard for it. Know when you're in the gym, boxing around, that you paid for those shoes and you need to earn your money back, so fight harder. That's what I would tell you. At the end of the day, beautiful shoe. I would totally recommend them. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions in the comments, please feel free to ask. I love responding to the comments. The boxing community is amazing and everyone helps you out. Everyone gives advice. There's not too many assholes, so please check the comments for advice. Check out the grip socks. If you watch the end of the video, they did give me a discount code. It is Amato, just AMATO. Use it. I'm not sure how much you get off. I think it's like 25%. that's a pretty good deal. Check them out. They ship fast. USA made, which is great. And I hope you enjoy this video.
What you doing, champ? New HyperKO 2.0 first time. With the model gift socks, you don't know.
I'm on the east side rolling with my west side niggas. West side. We just tryna do it big like that best side nigga. Best side. And the fat looking pray they don't catch my nigga. I pray they don't catch my nigga. Might pull up on the corner like that's my nigga. And burn this bitch down.